nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. I be feeling like one of them ball-playing niggas, like Bird or Magic or something. Yeah, a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I get love out here in Harlem, man. I done sold coke on these streets, man. Hash, weed, heroin. As long as niggas is feeling it, a nigga like me can hustle it. That's my gift in life, eh? You know? What? The fuck you laughing at, B?
You, man. Funny, man. You a hustling motherfucker, man. For real, baby. You fucking killing me, man.
Well, you know me, baby.
Vote for what? Vote for what? Vote for what? Black folk gotta learn how to practice group economics. Black Americans spend every penny they get outside their own community. Understand the nature of race, which is economics. If you build the first floor, is economic. Build your businesses and your industries. Control business and industry, and put that pools in your money, and hold that money, and practice group economics with it. Arab and Asian money bounces 12 to 13 times what it leaves. Jewish money bounces 18 times. Black folk gotta learn how to practice group economics. Black Americans spend every penny they get outside their own community. Then you take the money and the wealth that you get from that first floor and go to the second floor. The second floor is politics. You then take that money on the first floor and you control your politics. Black folk must quit allowing people to tell them to go out and vote. Vote for what? Nobody's gonna do anything for black folk in politics. Politics is controlled by money, major corporations who got the money. That's what controls politics. If you have no money, you have no say-so, you have no benefits coming. So you take your money and you control, and you take your money from the first floor, you buy every politician on the second floor. And any politician you can't buy, you rent or lease them to get what you need. Then once you get the second floor under control with your politician, with your money, then you go to the third floor. The third floor is the police department and the court systems. You take your money from the first floor and your politics on the second floor, and you control the court system and the police departments. Then the fourth floor then is media. You then take the money that you generate off the first floor from business and industries, and you go after radio stations, TV stations, newspapers, and cable systems, so that you can now inform and communicate with your own people. Right now, black folk own and control less than 35 thousandths of 1% of the media in the United States. Out of 12,000 radio stations, black folk own about 75, 80. That's all. You own no cable systems. You don't have a daily newspaper. You have nothing of importance. You got about one black TV station. And so you can't communicate with your people, you can't inform your people, you can't do anything. You can have Rush Limbaugh and all the rest of the guys talking about racism all day long and bad-mouthing you, and O'Reilly. They can call black folk all kind of names all day long. What are you gonna do? You can't respond. You can't communicate with your own people because you don't have an economic base. 51% of all the prisoners in the United States are black people. You only make up 12% of the population. That's no accident. It's because you don't control the economics and the politics. And they're gonna go after the weakest people they can get their hands on to incarcerate them. That's the black folk. And what are you gonna do in response to them when they over incarcerate you? You're gonna go out and have a march, a demonstration. We're gonna march. March for what? Who cares?
Hello, Sub-Zero. Finna walk this trash on over here right quick and give y'all a little installment. Let's see, where am I? Let's see. Okay. What's been going on lately is, for those of you that may not know, Colin Kaepernick Nike decided to make Colin Kaepernick their spokesperson or one of their spokespersons for the Just Do It campaign, right? So let me say this. And you guys I probably picked up a lot of subs since then, so a lot of y'all probably don't know this. I wasn't really the biggest, proponent of the protest, and this is why I wasn't. Before you unsubscribe, hear me out, right? Because I know I'm gonna still lose a few, but That's why I don't monetize my channel, and because I can speak freely, say what I feel without worrying about who likes it and who doesn't, right? I can just be a free man and say what I feel. My heart is free. And, you know, sometimes they say you gotta have the courage to follow it. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm not doing this for a pat on the back. I'm not making this channel to get a pat on the back. I'm not making this channel to get people to like me. It's not gonna put 50 cents in my damn pocket. I don't monetize my channel. I don't have a Patreon. I don't ask you guys for 50 cents. So what I have to say right now is just me, right? Now, my thing is, what matters with us is results. That to me is what I think should matter in the Black community. We should become more results driven, right? Not symbolic, not, what's the word? You know, we need things of substance, substantive, tangible, you know, things that we can actually use to fight whatever it is we feel like we have to fight. Racism, white supremacy, you know, you name it. I mean, you fill in the blank. We need tangibles, man. And I think sometimes as Black people, we're so emotional to where we're just dominated and controlled by emotionalism and symbolism to the point where it gets on my last damn nerves. It really does. Like, what matters is following the principles that you know, that it's like a true north. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your true north? What is, like, if you're out in the woods, you know, they call it true north, you know, knowing, okay, this is north. This is where we're headed. You know, it's like a compass. You know what I'm saying? Compasses always point to the north. So my issue I have with a lot of things is a lot of us, man, we don't really think shit through. We don't. And this is what I mean. The whole Colin Kaepernick thing, I wasn't with it. And the main reason I wasn't with it is because I always turn on my radar, if you will, of does it build power, wealth, and influence? And you say, well, why? Well, let me explain the importance of power, wealth, and influence. First of all, power, wealth, and influence is important because that is what puts us in a position to be able to affect real change. You see, we have tons of symbols in our community. We got symbolism. We got the red, black, and green flag. We got, I mean, even, you know, I'm going to go there tonight. When we talk about religion, right? We think that Black people will sit and spend years debating religion. Look, I'm a man of faith. I go to church, but I do understand how to separate the two and how to build with brothers and sisters, whether or not they agree with me or not. You see what I'm saying? I can't respect talking and pontificating and bloviating or what, just sitting wasting our damn time, basically talking about basically bullshit. And I think I'm not gonna say religion is bull. I'm not gonna say that. I think it has a place. I think it can be used in a sense to benefit people on an individual or even on a collective level if properly harnessed and used. I have no problem with it. Where I have a problem with it is that we use religion, symbolism, and emotions to dominate the conversation to the point where it paralyzes us. And we can't build because we'll sit and spend years fighting over religion. And it will cause us, look, I don't have a problem with people being religious. I don't have, you look, if you're not a Christian, fine. You're not a Muslim, you're a Muslim, you Nuwabian, whatever you are, be that, right? But it's almost like we're unhealthy with it. It's like we're so damn territorial and gang oriented. And me being a Christian, every time I talk to people, I see it. Because, see, I'm the one that gets the brunt of, the church is the one that's getting the brunt of a lot of this stuff right now. So every time I talk to some Black people, they think somehow they equate building to talking about the church. Well, the church, I'm like, okay, fine. Okay, let's say you're right. Now what? What did you give me that was tangible? What did you put in my hand? What did you see what I'm saying? And when it comes to this shit, like with this whole kneeling for the national anthem, and I say, look, man, and I always ask this question: your ass in the NFL, you making millions of dollars, and you gonna get kicked out the league. See, you realize that, okay, there's a problem in the black community. We're getting shot down by the cops. We're getting treated wrongly with police brutality. So I'm making 30 million. So I'm finna kneel and ruin. First of all, this let me say this right here. It's two things I look at. I don't give a fuck about the bottom line of the owners of the NFL. Okay, I don't. But that's one of the chess pieces on the board of power. That's one of the fucking pieces, man. You can't be stupid. You see what I'm saying? For me to ignore the fact that a lot of NFL owners are upset, so they probably gonna cut your ass, and they're gonna blackball you, right, out of their league. Not just Colin Kaepernick, but any of these damn players. If your ass kneeling and you was a player that probably could have made an extra 10, 15 million, that's 10, 15 million that wasn't in our community, that we didn't have. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm in the NFL and I'm standing my ass up, call me a fucking coon all you want to. See what I'm saying? That's the problem with us, man. We get called. We want to label people and shit. You know what? Some of the most intelligent people I know feel this way. Like, it's just overtly accepted that you should, and what pissed me off more than anything is they want to tell people to not stand and not do what they supposed to do. But your brain, you wouldn't dare take your ass to work tomorrow and do some of that same shit. You wouldn't do that shit. I got bills. I got this. I got that. And then my thing is this: if you not like, it's a whole lot of shit. If somebody told me, okay, I'm gonna get you, we're gonna get all this ideology shit together, and okay, now what are the actionable steps you want us to take? It wouldn't be that if you in the NFL making millions of dollars, I would tell you to not stand for the national anthem. That's way down my motherfucking list. Way down my list. I'm talking about that shit probably wouldn't even show on the fucking radar. That might not even be in my damn top 100. Not standing for no damn national anthem. You making millions of dollars and you gonna not stand and you think I'm finna co-sign that? Hell no. If my son in the league, a cousin, a nephew, or anybody, and they get in the NFL or NBA or anywhere, and they making millions, especially the NBA right now. Them cats role players making 22, 23 million a year. And you not gonna stand for the national shit. I'm gonna stand. I was standing if I was in there. And see, this is the problem. Motherfuckers say, well, they bought you. Bitch, I'm not getting bought because let me tell you when they buy me. This is how a guy looks when he's bought, right? He gets his $24 million. And he goes and takes that shit home and buys cars and houses and shit, get a bunch of strippers pregnant, having babies all over the place. That's a dumb motherfucker that's not really woke and conscious. But see, when you really woke and conscious, I'm going to take that money and I'm going to put it somewhere so that I can have tangible assets, tangible things. So what does that look like? Starting banks, starting businesses, investment groups, starting microloan, getting brothers to say, hey man, let's do $10,000 microloans in the hood for brothers that, ex-felons that want to start their own businesses and shit like that. That's how you empower people. Because guess what? For every 100 of those people, you might get one of those businesses that's going to actually get that. So every $1 million, you're going to have a business that's actually going to be successful. For every million, you're going to have a business that's going to be successful and get out there and do something. And then you do that shit every year for 20, 30 years. See what I'm saying? Because then what will happen over time is then you'll become economically viable. Say what you will about the Asians. The Asians aren't in this political system. The Asians ain't out here making, in fact, the Asians, this is the funny shit this is what get me about black folks. We don't think shit through. Let's look at the Asians. The Asians, when they first got here back 30, 40 years ago, they was poor. Well, a lot of them got over here 30, 40. They were here before then, but when a lot of them came from Cambodia and places like that, what they would do is they were for affirmative action, right? They were pulling for it. They were wanting people to, pull for affirmative action so they can get minority rights and shit like that. But then Asians on average spend about 3 to 4 hours a night doing their homework, doing what they're supposed to do. So now when they take the ACT and the SAT, they outscore most people except Africans, you know, sub-Saharan Africans. Outside of Africans, they beat everybody, right? So now the Asians are like, get rid of affirmative action. See what I'm saying? Now I don't see Asians. See, this how you know they way more complex than us, and we're gonna forever get our ass whooped, because I don't see too many Asians calling other Asians coons or sellouts, because, you know, some of the Asians are coming saying, hey, get rid of affirmative action, because they see the benefit of getting rid of affirmative action, because we make the highest scores. So if schools were just to say, hey, we're not going to do that, we're just going to take the person with the highest score, we're going to put them in there, then what's going to happen is it's going to benefit certain Asians. The Asians, period, actually. It's not going to just benefit, you know what I'm saying? So Asians aren't out here calling each other coon. When I say some shit like that, I'm a coon. When I say, hey, brother, you making this kind of money, keep your mouth shut. Don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no waves. They paying you 30. Like me right now, I've been on projects with racist redneck motherfuckers that didn't like me, but they paying me a certain amount of hours. You think I'm finna just quit? Or you think I'm finna come in there and defy them and fuck you, cracker? You think I'm finna do some shit like that? Them motherfuckers know I don't like them. They know how I feel, but I don't have to go in and make some symbolic stance or some emotional to rev up some emotions from people to get a pat on the fucking back. In the black community, it's more important to get attention. See, attention is worth more in the black community than fucking real tangible assets. And that's a shame. You see what I'm saying? A dude can come in the black community and say, hey man, I'm gonna give you $100 million, man. I'm gonna give you $100 million contract, but you can't, you gotta stand for the national anthem. And you got motherfuckers out here that are called that a sellout. You out your fucking mind thinking this. If you think that standing for the national anthem makes you a sellout or a coon, then I can't do nothing for you. And everybody's having an orgasm right now because Colin Kaepernick's getting the contract. I'm happy for Colin Kaepernick. I do. I don't want to see the brother broken, struggling on the streets. So I'm happy for him. But I'm sorry, it's not gonna really benefit black people, in the sense that black people are gonna. Now I'm gonna tell you where I was wrong, and I'm man enough to admit my shit. I ain't believe in doing that shit at all. But the one brother last year, one of the guys was over the NFLPA Players Association, whatever. He negotiated with a lot of the team owners, and they got $100 million thrown their way. But you know what the problem was? A lot of the motherfuckers called him a coon and a sellout for coming to the table and doing a deal with the damn NFL teams to get $100 million. So my thing is, what the fuck was them niggas wanting to try to do? So you want to just destroy the fucking league because they pulling cops over and shooting them. And that gonna stop a lot of brothers. A lot of these brothers, I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I hate this shit, it's one of my oldest videos. Is about how black people invest time and energy in sports. And there's an overwhelmingly large contingency or section or swath of the black community where black men will put their lives on the line for a goddamn basketball or football. And they will take the whole trajectory of their life. They'll go to 6 or 7 schools, because Lord knows I did when I played ball. Trying to play ball, trying to make it to the league, trying to, you know what I'm saying, taking steroids, doing all the shit they got to do to try to make it, right? To get in the league, they give it all they got. I know dudes that was fucking cold, some of the best damn athletes, ball players you want to see. And their ass is couldn't make it. They wasn't good enough. But you a top 5% basketball player. Any gym you go to, you gonna kick ass. That was me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was damn good. Most time I went to the gym, ain't nobody gonna. I'm one of the best niggas in every damn gym I went in. I was one of the best players in there. I was by far probably the best athlete. Ain't no probably. It wasn't too many dudes gonna be a better athlete than I was. It wasn't, pound for pound. But when it came to getting out there on that floor and playing the sport and doing what I had to do, I was damn good because I put the time in. Now, what if I had to put 3-4 hours in a night working on my academics? See what I'm saying? So black people aren't in a position to fuck up a league or an opportunity. You know what? It probably would be good if the league go under. Because as I think about it strategically, A lot of motherfuckers, if the league folded, if the NFL folded, and or they started paying motherfuckers $200,000 a year, it'll probably be better. You know why? Because a lot of motherfuckers be like, man, you know what? I'd rather be a doctor than an NFL player, and that'll probably be good because it's actually easier to be a doctor than it is to make it to the NFL. All you gotta do is just study. That's it. But we don't do shit like that. We don't focus on shit like that. We don't look at the fact that the average doctor, plastic surgeon, makes $500,000 a year. Look it up. According to the National Plastic Surgery, what I looked it up about almost a year ago. It's like $490,000 a year. That's what they make. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, it might take you till you 32, but you make that shit till you 82, 62, 72. So you got 40 years of making $500,000 a year. You see what I'm saying? You could be a multi-millionaire if you budget your money and do what you're supposed to do. Black people, I'm sorry, when it comes to strategy, because I see a lot of people that are so happy and they love and swear by Colin Kaepernick. This is my thing with Colin Kaepernick, right? I like the fact, or I ain't gonna say I respect his plight. Like, I respect why he said he did what he did. That one time when he spoke to the media in the locker room and he said, hey, I'm doing this for all the, until they stop police brutality or whatever, right? And I thought that was a real broad, nebulous ass reason, because I'm like, that shit ain't gonna ever stop. 600,000 law enforcement people all over the country. There's no way you're gonna be able to stop all of them from being scared of black people. So they gonna keep shooting minorities, whatever you want to call it, because he said minorities. But that was one of the things with him that kind of threw a red flag for me, was he said minorities, he said black and brown. So, okay, so he which I said, okay, but even still, primarily it's watching the videos of them killing black people. I get it. That shit pissed me off, right? So I get it. But one thing that had me concerned was, let's go back and look at Muhammad Ali. Does he need to be exactly like Muhammad Ali? No. But I'm going to tell you something. There's no goddamn way I'm going to let these white liberals and ESPN and Fox Sports speak for me and control my narrative. And that's what he does. That's why I really don't know about it. Either he's not polished enough to go out and speak and tell what it is he really believes in, or he's just, he really, I'm sorry, I just don't believe. Because my thing is, if I had made that stance and the whole damn world been talking about this shit for a year and a half, I'm not finna let Stephen A. Smith speak for me. I'm not finna let all these people speak for me. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna say what it is I feel. I'm gonna speak and clarify how I feel about certain subjects. I'm not gonna let the next person come along and say certain things for me. See what I'm saying? That's what Muhammad Ali did. Go look at it. Muhammad Ali, when he said, ain't no Viet Cong ever done anything to me, this, that, he said a lot of stuff. Muhammad Ali told about how he loved his people. He said he loved being black, and he, that's why I respected Muhammad Ali. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to put Colin Kaepernick on that level, because Colin Kaepernick hadn't said shit, really. He did that. He stood and took a couple of pictures and picked his hair out, and black people have projected all this shit on him. He wore a Che Guevara shirt. He wore some socks with pigs on them. And black people projected all this shit on people. I don't do that. I let you tell me who the fuck you are and what you stand for first. Because there's a lot of social justice warrior shit out here that really gets lassoed in with LGBT and pro-Jewish and pro shit. Next thing you know, niggas getting ignored. So to me, I got to see what the hell going on first. That's just me. Now, I respect what he did, because I do think, like I said, the issue or the reason as to why he gave, I respect it, because yeah, I think they do need to stop that shit. I just disagree with the strategy. You get what I'm saying? Because when I watched Batman, and Alfred was talking to him about going and fighting that dude, Baines or whatever his name was, the guy that broke his back. He said, man, why are you going down there fighting that guy? You Bruce Wayne worth billions of dollars. Why the fuck are you going down fighting this dude beneath the city? That's stupid. I agree. You get $30-40 million contracts. Why the fuck would you fuck that up? Let me tell you something. That's like A.G. Gaston saying, fuck it, I'm worth so and so $1 million. Go back and look at the, What if A.G. Gassers had said, fuck it, I don't give a shit. I'm finna fuck my money up because I'm finna go out here and throw a brick at a cop or do some crazy shit like that. Just to, you know, will we look at A.G. Gassers like, hey, A.G. Gassers is a real man. I'm like, no, we don't need you to do that, A.G. Gassers. We got plenty of dudes out here that'll throw a brick at a cop. And the same goes, we got plenty of brothers that don't fuck with the police. We've got plenty of brothers out here that it's a lot of shit black men can do before you just not stand for the national anthem. Like, for example, stand for the national anthem, take them crackers' money and use it to fuck them. They paying millions of dollars. They got these new TV contracts. In the NBA, you get brothers, role players getting $22, $23 million a year. Real talk. These dudes getting 20, 15. I'm talking about a role player gets 15, 16 million. 80, $90 million contract over 4 years or some shit. So I'm thinking to myself, hell, they gonna give you that kind of money. You can take that money and do something with it. That's just me. I'm not. So that's the thing. And then people say, well, you always, when are we going to take a stand? I'm like, okay, take a stand how? What's taking a stand? What does that look like? See, because this, you know what this remind me of? I remember I used to say shit, and my dad and my brother used to sit me down and say, I would talk about trying to run a business, doing something. They say, okay, explain to me how you're going to get there. Tell me step by step, what steps are you going to take? Because you're saying one thing, and yeah, it sounds good, but what steps? Show me in real world numbers and real world circumstances how you're going to achieve what it is you say you're trying to achieve. Because all I do is hear a bunch of talk and rhetoric. And when it comes to the black community, that's us, a bunch of fucking talk and rhetoric. You see what I'm saying? A bunch of emotionalism telling us, hey, this is the best thing for us that he got a shoe contract. Oh, great. So what, Nike gonna start starting black businesses? Is Nike gonna help right now? Anybody watching this video, before you go in the comment section and call me a fuck nigga and call me all types of whatever you want to call me, ask me this: can you take your ass to Nike and get $10,000 to help you start a fucking business? But see, my thing is, this is the thing. A lot of motherfuckers don't even understand. Starting businesses or taking our money and pooling our wealth enough to be able to start a credit union, which is the easiest way to borrow money for black people especially, right? Or taking our wealth and doing something economically to put ourselves in a position of power so that we can then affect change through the government. See, we don't understand this shit. I'm going to put the Dr. Claude's video in here. I think I probably put it at the beginning. But the reason I want to put that video in here, because I want you to understand something, man. Power, it works a certain way. There's a certain ebb and flow to power. You cannot just bring your ass out here and just think you're going to just emotionally shame a motherfucker into giving you his grandchild's inheritance. That's not how this shit works. You see, let me tell you something. The reason that black people are getting shitted on everywhere you look stems from economics. When you go back and look at slavery, that whole thing was about economics, man. Them motherfuckers wanted us to be down for a while, and while they built wealth on our backs for free. So once they built the wealth on our backs for free, they then implemented Jim Crow in other areas. They did sundown towns and shit like that, kept us from earning and being able to compete. And then all of a sudden we bought into a whole bunch of ideologies where we outright hate capitalism now. So they got us real fucked up in the head. Now we hate capitalism, and America's a capitalistic society, but we hate capitalism. That's why when you watch these damn movies, see, let me tell you something. I don't know why I have to do this in every video. I'm not anti-Semitic, but I have to tell the truth. Every video, every movie you watch, why you think the rich people are the bad guys? It's always some rich, evil guy that's the bad guy. But it's never the liberal white guy, bad guy. It's the rich, white, old male that you see that know, you know. But if you go to Hollywood, them rich motherfuckers in Hollywood, they Jewish. They don't paint themselves in the bad light. They always paint the rich guy that you know, some nebulous rich guy that you don't even know, some white Caucasian male. I'm not trying to make a case for white Caucasian males. The point I'm trying to make is they subconsciously program you through your entertainment, through even your damn cartoons. The rich guy's always the bad guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's always the wealthy guy who's greedy and wants to control the world in these movies and films, all that shit. That shit teach you to hate, like, I'm more virtuous. That's why motherfuckers that's broke is selfish as fuck. A lot of them are. Some of the most selfish people I know are broke. I mean, they're more selfish. To me, the more greedy, selfish people I know are broke black people. I'm gonna just be real with you. I've been to Africa. I know people that went to Africa with $5,000 and was over there for a month, came back broke. Why? Because every time he went out on a date or went somewhere, motherfuckers was trying to order drinks and trying to order the most expensive shit, expecting him to buy and pay for shit without even asking. People that are broke, it's just like if you in the water drowning and you see somebody with a life raft, you're going to drown them trying to get on that bitch. You're going to push them down under the water trying to get to it yourself. That's black people. That's what we are. So off the top, a lot of us, we can't do business because a lot of us broke and we fucked up in the game. And as soon as a black person get to a situation like in the NFL, you got motherfuckers trying to destroy that shit so that they can't get up. Am I saying that's the only way? No, it's not the only way. But I don't hear nobody talking about it. So this is my thing. Fuck it. Fuck sports. Get rid of it then. If you're gonna destroy it, destroy the NFL, NBA, destroy that shit. Baseball, fuck it. Fuck all the leagues. Every black person needs to not stand for the national anthem. And at first, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose a lot of black millionaires. That's what's gonna happen. But it needs to fucking happen. Because then we'll go back to what we used to be, where people was like, well, shoot, I gotta get a skill. I gotta get a job because I ain't gonna make it to the NBA. I ain't got no NBA, NFL. The fact that they hold that carrot in front of a lot of black boys' face fucks up a lot of people. You know how many people in our community that go to school and major in dumb shit just because they thinking they finna go to the NBA. I played ball at Tuskegee, and you had dudes at Tuskegee thought they was gonna make it to the league. Them motherfuckers majored in dumb shit, psychology, or a big one is physical therapy. I'm gonna be a coach. Them motherfuckers making $30,000 a year right now, coaching, bitter, angry, wishing they could have did something better with their lives. See what I'm saying? Like, that's real. Having to work 2 and 3 jobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we choose wrong. So my thing is, in the long run, yeah, I think we should get rid of the NFL, NBA, all sports need to be gotten rid of. I was just in Montgomery. Well, I wasn't in Montgomery, but I was talking to my mom the other day, and she told me that they had a high school fight at the damn game the other day. 2 schools got in a fight at not the team, but the doggone the people that went to the game. Like, it just, when it comes to these damn sports and shit like that, we don't know how to fucking use it to empower ourselves. We really don't. Like, well, I ain't gonna say we don't. There are certain examples, like good examples. Vinnie Johnson, microwave from the Detroit Pistons. Vinnie Johnson is rich as hell. What's the other guy? Damn. See, these are the stories that we need to be. This is what we need to be trying to push to affect change in the black community. Because there are a lot of guys that are in Black Enterprise magazine, a lot of these rich black companies that were started. I think one of the software companies, these guys were started by ex-athletes, guys that got millions of dollars in the NBA, in the NFL, and they took that and funneled it into something where they can get out there and start doing something with it. Jamal Mashburn.
Michigan and 1 in Alabama. 4. Piston Group. Piston Group designs, develops, manufactures, supplies, and exports automotive parts, systems, and assemblies. The 4th highest earning black-owned company was founded in 1995 and is privately owned by former Detroit Piston basketball player and 2-time NBA champion Vinnie Johnson, who serves as CEO. Based in Redford, Michigan, Piston Group specializes in the areas of process engineering, design and development, advanced assembly and manufacturing, supply chain management, and product design and prototype testing. It also offers products and services for electric and hybrid vehicle battery systems. 6. Mana Inc. Founded by former NBA player Ulysses Bridgman in 1987, this Louisville, Kentucky-based company is one of the nation's largest Wendy's franchises with 261 outlets throughout Kentucky, Wisconsin, Illinois, Tennessee, and Florida. Mana Inc. also operates 127 Chili's grill and bar restaurants, 23 Golden Corral buffet and grill restaurants, 19 Fazoli's restaurants, 10 Perkins restaurants, 8 Mark's Feed Store restaurants, 5 Blaze Pizza, Napa River Grill, and the Layover Bar. Mana is the 6th Black-owned company with the highest earnings in the U.S., and they are still growing.
Okay, so Josh Norman, I want to add this piece in here. Josh Norman, player for the Redskins, said some good stuff. He said when he took a knee, everybody was in shock and everything. But when the bullets started flying, I was trying to figure out where he was at. He was ducking. When you're in the line of fire, guys that are over here and trying to have a conversation, move forward, he didn't want to have that conversation. Washington Post. I agree 1,000%. Quiet, didn't say nothing, because quite frankly, from what I'm understanding, the brother's not right. He's not the best speaker. He's not that eloquent. Somebody got to say it, man. And I feel like he started a movement, and unlike Muhammad Ali, who was able to vocalize and say what it is he had to say, he chose to duck and not say nothing. And I agree. And then when the brothers started organizing, like, what's his name? Malcolm Jenkins got that $100 million. Instead of, you didn't organize, they didn't do shit. As soon as Malcolm Jenkins went out there and got $100 million coming to the community, them niggas was mad. I'm sick of motherfuckers like that. Shout out to this dude, Josh Norman. I'm glad he said it. Somebody got to call this shit out, man. That's what I want to say. Y'all have a good one.
Derek Anderson that played at Kentucky back in the day. These guys are hella businessmen. You see what I'm saying? There's another guy, I forget his name. He played for the Chicago Bulls. He had a stuttering problem. This dude got like, I don't know how many different restaurants and stuff like that. This dude got like 300-400 different restaurants. Black dude. That's who the fuck we need to be trying to get these kids to mobilize. These dudes in the NFL and NBA, that's what you need to be trying to do. You need to be trying to replicate that shit they did. What did you do? What steps did you make? What investments did you make? Why? Why do we need? See, the fact that I got to explain this shit, see, because when I try to talk like this, I get shouted down by motherfuckers talking about, no, we need to get the right. It's going to church is the problem. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Going to church is the problem? Like, I'm sorry, I don't think so. I know I'm gonna probably lose some support for that. I don't think going to church is the problem. I have people in the comment section in some of my videos, brother, now you ready for Kevin so-and-so, whatever that dude's name is. You ready for him. Like, I'm not ready for nothing. I ain't got to stop going to church. That ain't, to me, black folks was going to church 60, 70 years ago. We had our shit together. When the black man was in the church with his family and doing and leading like he was supposed to, he was okay. When Marcus Garvey and Sojourner Truth and all them was in the church, we was doing fine. We was under Jim Crow, but we knew it wasn't mentally that we had a problem. It wasn't like we was just stupid and doing the dumb shit we doing now. But shit, they done removed a lot of that Jim Crow shit, and now niggas are like, well, fuck it. It's the church fault. It ain't the church fault. I don't believe that. Do I see problems in the church? Yes. Would I be a fool? Am I naive enough to think that the church doesn't have a lot of flaws and issues? Hell yeah, it does. But I'm tired of, see, that's what I said earlier. Black people will sit and think that somehow we're mobilizing and building by talking about the church. Like, oh, that's something, you doing something now because you actually had a conversation about the church. Or you doing something now because you actually think that somehow if you don't go to church, that's going to help. See, my thing is, I read the Bible, it says faith without works is dead. So I apply that to my life. I read the Bible, it says if a man doesn't work, he shouldn't eat. So I apply that to my life. You see what I'm saying? I don't look at it like that. It's what you make of it. You let them, you know what I'm saying? I used to go to a predominantly white church for about 6-7 years. In that church, they don't have no problem with the death penalty. It's all about how you look at stuff. It's all about perspective. You see what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with death penalty. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But my thing is this, when it's all said and done, I think people need to understand this, man. What actionable steps are you going to take? What are you going to benefit? See what I'm saying? How are you going to benefit? See what I'm saying? Black people, when it comes, we get caught in the weeds too damn much for me. It's annoying. We get caught in the weeds too damn much. All we want to do is talk about religion, and if we get the right religion. Well, I mean, the ancestors didn't have, what they had the right religion. What happened? What happened when they had it? You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with it. To me, it really doesn't. I'm sorry. And I'm a man of faith, but I'm sorry. We give religion too much. I think right now, and then we give politics too damn much. We do. We got to get involved. No, the fuck we don't got to get involved with no damn politics. To me, is another goddamn distraction for the black community that really gets on my goddamn nerves. It really does. That shit pissed me off so bad. I hate that when black people start trying to think they doing something, that's because they voted. Well, I voted, and then I went and I kept calling and going to his office trying to make sure that he did what I wanted him to do. Well, see, but you ain't got no fucking money. That's your problem. You ain't got no damn money. And I do. See, if I got money and I come in there and you ain't got no money, who we gonna listen to? If I come and say, hey man, I'm gonna make a $20,000 campaign contribution to your next run as mayor of this city, but I need you to make sure that the police, this, that. Let me tell you something, man. People, when they want to go to the city and say they want to do red lights, say I want to go to the hood and put cameras on y'all damn red lights in the hood with all the black folks, right? I'm racist. Say I'm a racist ass redneck cracker, right? I'm gonna come in your community. I know y'all broke. All y'all motherfuckers got is a vote. See, you don't see this shit. This shit is really, it's so simplistic. Oh, you know what I would do? I would go to your mayor. I would go grease the palms of a couple of your city council people. And I would fuck y'all. I would put red light cameras at every goddamn intersection in the hood. And I would keep my foot on your goddamn neck and keep your ass going to jail and messed up with suspended licenses and shit like that. That's what I would do. If I really want to fuck you, well, that's what they do, don't it? Ain't that what they do? You see what I'm saying? That's what I would do. I make an ass out you. That's what they do to us. So why the fuck can't we see this shit for what it is? It's like this shit is so plain as day, is right in your face. And when I say this shit, that ain't it, man. That ain't it. Economics ain't the answer. When I hear somebody shout down economics, man, I shut down. Like, you speaking Chinese to me when you say that. Economics is the damn answer. When you start talking about why black people are dealing with the shit we dealing with education, out of wedlock births, all this shit y'all complaining about on YouTube, it first starts with economics. Because if you adjust for income and all that shit, a lot of these little bad things that we making videos bitching about with black women, bitching about, it goes down dramatically. Economics. When you start talking about economics, the best way to get into the middle class is to first of all have a better education. How do you get a better education? Well, shit, I can't help the fact the school, but yeah, but the Asians going to do 3-4. How many hours a night does the average black person put into education? I already know the answer, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. 30 fucking minutes. We put 30 minutes a night in our damn education, and you wonder why we getting our ass whooped. That shit make me want to slap the shit. I want to slap somebody when I hear that. What, 30 minutes? Your child is on putting 30 minutes in, and you talking about economics. Well, economics is gonna be a problem for you, and you know why? So okay, now we got the perfect storm. So your children are putting 30 minutes on average a night. Nobody's bitching about that. I hear people bitching about the education system and conservatives and Republicans and all that shit, right? Even when the conservatives try to tell you, hey, man, and see, this is how they play chess on your ass. Conservatives say, hey, I'm going to give you a school choice. We're going to give you a voucher. You're going to be able to go. Don't do that. That's a part of gentrification. And they're going to close down the schools. And even though the person said, well, look, man, I'm going to give you $7,000 a semester. Wherever you want to take your child to in any city in the school, the money go with them. So if you want to go to this private school or wherever you want to go, we got the money go with your child. And you got black folks mad, don't want to do that shit. Like, we gonna be destroyed. This is, let me tell you something. We are willing participants in our own destruction. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. We are. We want to be destroyed. I swear, sometimes, man, let me tell you something. I done made videos defending the black IQ and saying that, but sometimes I see this shit, when I see shit like this, I don't know, man. Even I feel like, God damn, are we born like intellectually inferior? What the fuck? Can we think? Like, I'm not trying to shit there like, I'm black, man. You damn right, I want to see us win. So I got a dog in the fight, us. I'm talking about my people. Shit, but when it comes to this shit, man, a lot of this shit, when it come down to it, we ain't ready for some real meat and potatoes conversations about this shit. Because if you really look at it, man, I'm going to tell you something. let's look at this shit all the way. What options do we have? Okay. Has voting ever worked for black people? No, it has not. Voting never works for black people. All right. The one thing we tried when we did try it, they came and burned our cities down and did a lot of shit like that. So I know a lot of people, black people, have given up now. But I'm going to tell you something. That doesn't mean you should have gave up. You see what I'm saying? You don't give up. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of us have given up, economically have given up. That is, to me, the biggest problem the black community has is economics. And until we agree on that and stop arguing because I go to church, or arguing because I don't go to church and I'm an atheist, or arguing because I'm Nuwabian, or because I'm a Muslim, or stop believing that, well, it ain't that, you know, it's these coons. Like, bro, you can take, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even the black conservatives, a lot of people will make tons of videos talking about black conservatives or coons and this and that. Let me say something. Black conservatives make up about 4-5% of the black population. 97% of black folks voting for the damn Democrats. Like I'm like, and then even in that, a lot of y'all don't agree on shit, but when it comes to that, you agree. That's one thing you monolithically gonna vote for. Like, they scaring you now to vote against Trump. These Democrats don't give a shit about y'all. But you think politics is the answer. We've been trying this same shit. We got Obama in there for 8 years and got shitted on for 8 years. This dude sat up there and ignored our ass for 8 years and ain't do nothing. And niggas is out here talking about some shit he did for everybody. Well, he did pass this bill and he did this now. So this is something he did that was good. Like, man, Obama know what the fuck to do to fix. Let me tell you something, man. Do you honestly think Obama didn't know what the fuck he could have did to really fix a lot of shit? Set shit up economically for black people to really get the fuck out of our hole? You think he didn't know that shit? Do you honestly think somebody in 8 years didn't go to the White House with all them black folks and start talking about, hey man, why don't you help black people with some reparations? Or why don't you help black people with some business loans or some shit like that for black people to start getting out here and getting folks off their ass? Because, you know, a lot of us got bad credit and shit. We ain't got no collateral. Maybe you can help us with a $10,000 microloan for the descendants of slaves. You think that shit ain't never come out somebody? Come on, man. I ain't that damn smart. I'm not that much of a damn genius. See what I'm saying? Somebody told him, but that motherfucker didn't do it, did he? He didn't do that shit, did he? But he damn sure came in there look, I believe over half the country wasn't fucking with that gay marriage. Every time they voted that shit up, they shot it down. But he got his pillow biting ass in there and helped that shit go through, didn't he? Fuck everybody else. I'm pushing for gay marriage. You saw that shit? See what I'm saying? The Jews, the wealthiest damn segment of the population, but he damn sure made sure they got their money, didn't he? You see what I'm saying? Why? Because them motherfuckers got money. And see, the Jews fund the homosexuals. They got money behind the gays. They run every goddamn thing. So shit get done when they want it done, even though they make up, less than 5% of the population? And they run everything. Now the damn homosexual is so powerful, motherfucker can't even tell the truth. We can't even tell the truth about gays. How we really feel. You can't tell it. You like, hey man, I think that's the lowest thing a man could be is a damn pillow biter. To me, I can't say that shit on national TV. I'll be getting death threats if I say that shit. I can't even tell the truth. I can't even tell you, hey man, I disagree with that based on my faith, based on everything I grew up. I mean, I don't think it's good for the black community. I think it's counter-revolutionary. I think it's population control. I don't rock with homosexuality. I say that shit, it's gonna be, man, please. I might get fired. I might lose all types of shit for saying that. See what I'm saying? I can't even come on my damn channel and tell the truth about Jews without worrying about, hey man, I might get a strike if I say something about the Jews, but it's the truth. They pedophiles, a lot of them out here doing dirt, manipulating like a motherfucker in the black community. Giving us Black Lives Matter and then throwing a bunch of gays in that shit like D. Ray McKesson and them damn 3 ladies that found it. That shit, that was George Soros money, man. That 300 million. But he put up 300 fucking million. What we doing? When we making millions, what are we doing with our millions? See what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you guys a real great example, man. Y'all remember that guy Donald Sterling, the Jew, right? That owned the Clippers, that everybody was all upset about and up in arms because he had that video upset with the chick, V. Stiviano, whatever her name was. She took a picture with Magic. He was like, stay away from Magic. you know, when blacks are, they treat blacks in Israel like dogs. You know, that video, right? Everybody was so up in arms and shit. And I never forget back then, I told my homeboy, I said, man, they got his ass over the barrel. I said, man, what they need to do is go ahead and put his ass, get him, this dude sold that team for $300 million. I would have bid into his ass for about $10 million a year. And that would have been $10 million a year coming from him. And it was right around playoff time. They'd have been like, you know what, man, we're not playing in the playoffs. The Clippers could have said it to you. I said, better yet, just give us $10 million a year. And we're going for banks and shit. It would have been straight credit union money. You only need, what is it, $300,000 to start a credit union? He would single-handedly fund the Marcus Garvey credit union. And I would have set that shit up all over the country. And it would have been because his racist ass was over the barrel. He would have gladly paid that damn $10 million. See, that's something tangible. But what happened? Let's look at what the fuck happened. What happened? So he sold a team to another white man. I think he Jewish, right? One of the Microsoft guys, I think. He sold that damn team. Another white man is where this now, okay, first of all, Donald Sterling got $1 billion. Guess what he paid for the damn team? $12 million, right? He paid $12 million damn dollars for that damn team. But now he sold it. The team worth $1 billion. He got $1 billion liquid for that damn team. Then another dude came in and bought the damn team. So now it's worth over $1 billion. So guess what? Every Jew in the league now got their teams worth. Every team in the league that shot up in because of his. You know, it's just like comparable sales. So now they say, okay, well, if they paid $100 billion for the Clippers, $100 million for the Clippers, shit, $1 billion for the Clippers, then every team in the NBA now is worth almost damn $1 billion, if even the little small market teams. 700,000, $700 million for the damn small, but them teams people thought they was worth 200, 300 million until that happened. That shot the value up all, so everybody in there got richer. What did we get? What did black people get from Donald Sterling selling that damn team? Not a damn thing. Symbolism. See what I'm saying? See how that shit don't benefit us in the long run? And look, I respect the idea of what Colin Kaepernick said about he doesn't like the fact that black people are getting shot and harmed. I agree. That's some shit we need to change. But it's not going to change by doing that shit. It's going to change by taking that little small seed. Because he bought the damn team for $12 million. The bitch worth $1 billion. See what I'm saying? I can't make this shit up, man. 12 million. That damn team worth $1 billion. But I'm a coon. I'm gonna lose subs for saying this shit, pointing this shit out. See what I'm saying? Motherfuckers out here, LeBron, I'm not gonna play next year. I'm gonna finish the playoffs this year because you know it was more important for him to play in the playoffs. But in his mind, but that's why I ain't the biggest LeBron fan. Like LeBron is a damn. He see which way the wind blowing and he jump on that. Trump is an easy target. Everybody now, fuck Trump. Fuck, that ain't some, you're not going out on the stands by saying fuck Trump. Now, if you'd have said fuck Obama, that might have actually took you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You said, man, Obama ain't really giving a shit about the people that put him in there. This man barely got back in 2012. Black men, he lost a lot of black male votes. But guess what? That ain't helping. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna come back and reward black people. Because I remember the last year he was in office, they kept talking about Obama with reparations, people tagging me. I'm like, man, that shit fake. That nigga ain't finished. He getting y'all lip service. Go read that Vanity Fair article he wrote, he got interviewed in Vanity Fair magazine right before he got out of there. Look at that shit he was saying. He was talking about black people like a dog, man, in that damn article. But y'all don't give a fuck. We don't give a damn. See what I'm saying? So everybody up here making videos about what Trump said about Colin Kaepernick and shit like, I don't give a shit. I'm sick of rolling down my damn homepage of my damn what is it? My YouTube. I'm riding down every day everybody I've subscribed to is fucking having a nut busting orgasms because Colin Kaepernick got a deal. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Well, this will be good because they'll have shirts and pictures and shit. Okay, cool. Colin Kaepernick and Nike gonna make some money. And you know what? Let's say Colin Kaepernick, I'm not gonna sit on it, bro. Let's say he take the money and donate it to charity and he gives it to battered women. That's good. But that's like saying, hey man, the motor in the car about to lock up because we got an oil leak. But you know what? At least we changed the damn, changed the washing fluid. windshield wiper fluid. We changed it. That's what that shit looked like to me. I ain't gonna even say windshield wiper. I will say brake. We need some new brakes on the car. And that's what that is. That's like putting brakes on the car. That's good. I mean, you need brakes. That's important. But at the same time, the damn motor about to lock up. The whole car gonna be fucked up. Shit, you can buy you some more rotors. You can buy you another motor, but shit, which one gonna cost you the most? See, and it's costing us the most by taking our opportunities and squandering them because we would rather make a symbolic gesture or an emotional gesture than actually take something and get something tangible and substantive and exercise some discipline, dare I say, and exercise some sort of damn decorum and say, look, man, I know you making $40 million a year, but take that 40, hey, how about you take 2 million, set it aside, and then you, this brother over here, take 5%. Everybody takes 5% of their income. Not even 1%. Because these brothers is getting ridiculous money in these leagues. 1% of your take home, not even your gross. After tax dollars. Give us 1% of your after tax dollars. So let me put that in perspective for you. If you got a job making $60,000 a year, after taxes, let's say you bring home, I don't know, 60,000, let's say $900 a week, right? That's what that roughly comes to, right? So 1% of that is what? $450. That's what that would cost you. Somebody making $900, $450, is that a real sacrifice per week? You get paid every 2 weeks. So let's say you put down, yeah, that ain't shit, man. You paid a person bringing home 45,000 can squeeze out 450. I don't think it'll kill them. See what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's so much shit we could have came up with. If I'm a guy and they gonna put that mic up to my face, that's the type of shit I'm gonna talk about. And also if I'm Colin Kaepernick, I would have been on ESPN talking shit, I would have came with some sort of plan. We don't have a fucking plan. That shit, I'm angry. We don't have a plan. We just emotional, no structure. Let's just fuck the league up. Let's just close the league off, which is cool for me. I mean, fuck it. I ain't make it, so fuck it. If y'all want to fuck your money up, that's on you. You want to fuck up my money for these kids in college football and kids that's in high school, number one play. And a lot of times these damn athletes are some of the biggest assholes you want to meet anyway. Basketball players, football players are cool, but basketball players make up some of the most arrogant, stuck-up motherfuckers you ever want to see anyway. So at the end of the day, it really wouldn't hurt my feelings if they got rid of the damn NBA or NFL. I really don't give a damn. Because then black folks will start learning, study some goddamn money. Learn how to make some money. How about that? Instead of dribbling a damn basketball or throwing a football. Let's do that. Because there's too many black boys around here. I know every damn gym I go to, I see a ton of black boys running behind the damn ball. If I go to the damn bookstore, it's Indians and Asians. And you wonder why we getting our ass kicked. See what I'm saying? If I go, I remember we had a company picnic one time on this project I was on. And I went out there and we was playing basketball. And I'm busting everybody's ass on the court, right? But I'm looking and I'm like, shit, these dudes can't play. But these motherfuckers making money. I mean, I'm just trying to say I'm rare in that it ain't that many people out there like me. The people that are better than me probably won't even play and don't even get a chance to be in them types of companies where they can make 100,000 or what. They don't make that type of money. They probably somewhere working in a damn factory. But it's dudes that probably look like they damn near play in the NBA. See what I'm saying? Our priorities are out of order. We're too damn emotional. And when someone tries to challenge us and test us and get us to get out here and do what we got to do, we call people names and shit like that. That's why I don't even like. I'm just tired of that shit, man. And I know what's his name. I think O'Shea made a video about this shit, but that's the way I feel, man. I'm not finna kiss. I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't kiss nobody's ass no more. I don't. I'm not the biggest, person that is a fan of these damn athletes and shit like that. Cause I see shit. I'm older now, and I started looking at shit for what value is it for you to sit there. If I'm making $40 million, I don't give a fuck what you say. Call me whatever the fuck you want, nigga. I'm gonna make my little $10 million a year for 4 years, and then I'm gonna take that shit and I'm gonna set some shit up for black people. And then for you to talk, you come talk shit then like, nigga, okay, but this is what I did for black people. Yeah, I stood for the national anthem, but I gave brothers jobs. I stood for the national anthem, but I went and showed brothers, gave brothers microloans for $10,000, low interest loans and shit. I started an organization that teaches black kids how to build houses and shit like that, teaches them how to get their contractor's license. That's the organization I started. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I would do if I had that kind of damn money. I would take kids to Africa and build businesses. I would start some sort of young businessmen of America shit, young black businessmen of America type shit, and have young black boys and girls fly over to Africa and look at ways where they can generate revenue in different foreign countries. That's the type of shit I would do. See how that shit work? With that type of money, that's what I would do. Something that would benefit us. But me, not standing for the national anthem, okay, cool. So in your mind, you're encouraged because a black man didn't stand for the national anthem. He picked his fro out and he held his fist in the air. And you know what? Shout out to this guy. He don't know who the hell I am, but his name is Chronicles of Judah 44. He goes in on this shit just like I do. This brother's real knowledgeable, know a lot of different history, different things. Go check his channel out. Go back in about a year on his channel, go back and look at what he was saying about this same stuff. He calls it the woke rabbit hole. Like, he talks about how a lot of people, a lot of these celebrities and athletes and stuff are pushing this liberal agenda. And he talks about what the fist in the air really means and what the beard growing out really means. When they grew the beard out, when Karl Marx grew his beard out, it represented something. It wasn't just, he didn't just do it. He just think about back then, people didn't just grow their beards out like that, especially back then within his social circle. So why did he do that? It represented anarchy and a lot of shit. So you don't even know what the fuck you're getting involved with when you throw your fist in the air. What type of symbol is that? What does that really mean? See what I'm saying? Don't just do some shit because it's cool. Power to the people. I'm with power to the people. I really want power to come to the people. I do believe that. But some of this stuff, you don't know what you really saying. You don't know what you regurgitating. You get fed these little ideologies and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff come from Jews, man. A lot of this stuff, I'm just being honest. A lot of the stuff they telling us is Jewish-led, Jewish ideologies, Jewish. Meanwhile, they control all the fucking wealth now. Meanwhile, they controlling the banking and the International Monetary Fund and the damn Bank of England and all that shit. They telling you to hate corporations. Meanwhile, all the damn hedge fund managers in Wall Street are damn near 90% of them are Jews. They control all this shit, man. And we sitting up here hating business and hating opportunity. Not hating business. We'll say we don't hate business, but we'll act like we hate. We'll say we hate capitalism. Which to me is when you say you hate capitalism, it to me is a part of that is hating business, because capitalism, a big part of that is business, having a business mindset. That's just real. So you can't, some people want to separate the two. I don't, but that's just me, man. I just think I'm tired of this shit. I really see a lot of people making these little videos and shit, happy because this dude got a contract shoe deal. Oh, nigga, you hating on Kaepernick? I ain't hating on the damn man. I'm happy he making some money. I hope because you know what? If the thing is, I think his heart is in the right place. If he takes that money, now see, y'all ain't gonna hear this part. I think his heart is in the right place. But if he was to take that money and funnel it in a direction whereby and start because see, now he's becoming somewhat of a spokesperson. Take that social currency and funnel that shit somewhere with brothers like LeBron and all these brothers out here doing this stuff, and let them take that opportunity to empower black people with tangible assets and not just some damn pictures and t-shirts and shit, and posters and shoes. Black people buy 1 in 4 shoes from Nike. That was a smart ass move Nike made. Black men do. That was a smart move. You see what I'm saying? That was catering to their base, because black men are their biggest. They thought this shit through before they called that dude. So Nike, it ain't like Nike did some smart shit like, oh, we know what, we just want to take a stand for black people. Okay. We'll see in the long run what it does. I think sometimes, man, people defend with their minds what their heart wants. And they'll find ways to intellectualize it and make it seem fancy and make sense. But to me, I remember in The Predator, Arnold Schwarzenegger had found out he can cover up in mud. And the done animal wouldn't see him. The predator wouldn't see him, right? So what he did, and once he figured out Schwarzenegger had changed his, had found the camouflage, what he did was he changed the damn, I think that was part 2 when he was with Danny Glover. But he changed the infrared. He kept changing it till he started seeing them cats. He was able to see them. When it comes to black people, the infrared you should use, or as I put it earlier, your true north should be economic empowerment. Dr. Claude Anderson, do you go to government? If you go to government, that's the only thing you should go to government for, is economic empowerment. You're not gonna get leniency from the cops. You're not. Because the damn people, this is the thing, the cop union is too fucking powerful, man. We can't stop that shit. What you gonna do? Cops come and shoot a 2-year-old and the union gonna protect him. A cop can come kick my door in. I'm in the bed asleep. He come in and shoot me and blow my brains out. I'm innocent, ain't did nothing to nobody. He ain't going to jail. And y'all know that. Why? Why is that? They did that up in Atlanta. They broke in. Y'all gotta excuse me, I just went up this big ass hill. But they did that in Atlanta. Broke in, shot an old lady. What happened? They got off. Ain't nobody go to jail. Why is that? Is that fair? What y'all think? I don't think so. I don't think it's fair. But what can you do when you're at the effect of others? Not a damn thing. So that's it, man. I'm gonna take my ass to sleep. Y'all have a good one.